Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. If you guys have been following me all week on my blog, you know that I've been playing with the Jungle Pals stamp set and dies. So today we are going to be creating, I shared with you last week, a calendar and post-it note holder. So if you would like to get the step-by-step instructions each week, all you have to do is join my email list. I send the project sheet out every Sunday. And at the end of the video, please give me a thumbs up, a likes, a love, a heart, whatever you can. I appreciate it all. And so let's go ahead and get started with our project. Oh, one other thing before we start on our project. I forgot my hot air balloon class this Friday is the last day to register for the class. So there's 3 options. The first option is $80 and it's going to include the hot air balloon bundle, which is the stamp set and dies. And it's going to include all the materials to make your 6 projects, which I'll show you in a minute. It's going to include a half a pack of designer series paper, a package of the rainbow dots, and a package of baker's twine, the 3-color baker's twine. So for $80, you're going to get all that plus the PDF tutorial. And option 2 is you'll get everything the same except for the bundle. The bundle is what brings the price up. So for the class, it'll be $45. If you add the bundle, it's $80, and plus you'll get to add a celebration item, a level 1 celebration item. So let me show you the projects. I hope I have the right ones. This is one of the cards. Here's another card. I really like this set, and if you know, here in Albuquerque, they have the Balloon Fiesta every year. It's one of the largest hot air balloon fiestas around. Here's another one, and here's this one. And here is a shaker card. I wanted to add some shakers in there. And there's only one 3D project this time, and it's this little hot air balloon, like it's flying away. But I put some treats in it, and it can be used as a birthday gift or like a birthday party favor. So those are your 6 projects. Again, let me repeat the options. Option 1, you're going to get all the materials, pre-cut materials for these 6 projects. You're going to get the bundle. You're going to get a half a pack of designer series paper, a pack of rainbow dots, and a package of baker's twine. Plus, you'll get to choose a free celebration item. Option, which is $80. Option number 2 is we're taking the bundle out and you still get everything for $45. And then option number 3 is just the PDF tutorial. And both 1 and 2 include the PDF as well. Oh, and the $9 priority shipping. I knew I was missing something, but if you're local, you can pick your packet up at my house. So this Friday is the last day, the February 10th. All right. Let's get started with our project now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So, you know, I showed you this project last week as well. So I'm going to use, I'm still going to use Garden Green, but on the designer series paper, I'm going to use Cajun Craze. And the reason I'm going to use Cajun Craze is because I wanted to match it somewhat with my post-it holder. That's when I had designed this one, I chose the color to go with the post-it, and I didn't have another yellow one. I had this one, and then I had like some blues, but it didn't really match our other designer series paper. So this was the closest that I could find. But we're going to do everything the same. It's just that we're using Cajun craze instead of the crushed curry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, I need my trimmer. And so this is going to be basically like a regular card base. I have, so we're going to do 4 1/4 by 11. So 4 1/4. And this other is already 11. And we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. Let me get that cutting blade out of the way. A 1/2 inch, 3 inches, and 5 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my designer series paper since I have the trimmer. So we're going to put the stripes at the bottom. So this will be 5 1/4 by 4, correct? 5 1/4 by 4, and 5 1/4, and then this other designer series paper that we're gonna need is gonna be 5 1/8, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I think I cut that paper kind of odd, but anyway, so then the layer that's going to go on this is going to be another 5 1/4 by 4. So we can use this other piece we had, 5 1/4 by 4. And then I'm not sure, do you guys like me to cut as we go along or do all the cutting to begin with? Because then we're going to need another 2 1/2, but 2 1/2, let's go over here, by 3 1/4. And this is going to be for our little calendar. This is our layer for the calendar. So I should pull that calendar out so then we know what that's for. And then our next piece is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let's hope we have another 3 1/4. Yep, perfect. And that's for our post-it layer. So we got all our pieces cut, I believe, other than what we're gonna die cut. Okay. So I'll get all that stuff out of the way, move my trimmer. So let's get this stuff here. So we're gonna burnish our lines and we are going to form a triangle. So this is gonna come over like this so that we have a triangle. But first, we're gonna add this piece of designer series paper. I was going to call it cardstock, and we will adhere that to the bottom. I wanted to go all the way up so that when you see inside the triangle that you know, there's designer series paper instead of it just being the garden green. And you know me, this piece don't want to sit still. Maybe I burnished it too much. But, oh, that's good. So here's what I mean by, see, when we do the triangle, like at least you have designer series paper and it's not just blank. So now we're going to add some liquid glue. Now you can use tear and tape on this part, but I'm using glue because in that way we can move it around, trying to make our triangle. I call it a triangle, but it's actually going to be like an easel to hold our calendar piece. So that looks like a pretty good triangle, right? Going to be an easel. And then now, I guess we can do this. We'll go ahead and, this is our piece that our calendar is going to go on. So again, this piece of cardstock is 5 1/4 by 4. And then this DSP is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Okay. So we could add our calendar now. Oops, I got glue on that somehow. I got glue on my fingers. As usual. I hope I'm in the camera for you guys. I'm pretty sure I am. And we will add that. So what I did next, before we glue this onto this, we're going to die cut our pieces. I guess since I have the glue out, I can glue the post-it as well. And I bought this pack at Walmart. It had like 5 pads in it, but each one was a different color. That's why I didn't have another like crushed curry. There was a green that I had already used. All right, so now we're gonna die cut some pieces. We're gonna need the vine. So these are the Jungle Pal dies that you can earn for free when you spend $100. And I know this is a lot. It's when you spend $150, you can actually get the dies and the stamp set. But you know, it seems like a lot, but you'll also earn, I'm gonna tape this down because I got glue on my fingers and it's moving. You'll also earn Stampin' rewards. Anytime your order's at $150, you'll earn Stampin' rewards. And what Stampin' rewards are is that you can get other products. You get rewards to choose some other Stampin' Up product. So you can get a lot. And then plus you'll get your celebration items. So it's a pretty good deal. I kind of thought, yeah, it was a lot. So we did 2 flowers. We're only doing 1 vine and 1 of the bigger leaves. Get this out of the way. And usually when I throw these, see, it'll come out. And then I have the flowers. But they might not come out because, oh, that one did look stuck to my sleeve. It needs to, I feel like it needs to make that ding. Okay, let me just get my poker. Much easier. All right. So now what I did on this one is I glued these first. Where are my little tweezers? I should use these more often so that I don't get so much glue on my fingers. But I like to hold it on these. You know, you can always use adhesive sheets on the back of these. So then all you have to do is peel it and make it like a sticker. But I always forget. So basically, this is just going to go from one end to the DSP to the other, wherever you fit it. And then now we're going to glue this one on as well. I just wanted to add something there to the corner, even though our sloth is going to be over there. And these, it kind of doesn't matter that it's going over the side because it's not going onto a, a card where it has to go in an envelope. This is going to be stuck on your desk. I'm going to use mini dimensionals on the flowers. And we'll add one here and one down here, like so. And now these are the opaque faceted gems, which is another item from Celebration that you can choose. And I like these to go in the center of these flowers. I'm sorry if my head's bumping the camera. I feel like I just hit the camera. And right like so. So, oops. These I almost missed in the celebration catalog. Actually, this and the ribbon, the pool party ribbon. So now we can go ahead and add our calendar, but at the bottom of for the calendar, so we can, you want to leave some room down here because we want to put our little lemur on there. So just be aware that you don't want to put your calendar too far down. Just like so. And we're going to let those dry. We'll adhere that once we, yeah, we'll adhere it once we do our little critters. So I have some scraps of basic white here, and I think they'll all actually fit on this one. So I'm stamping them all in Memento. And we are going to color them in with Stampin' Blends. So you can use Memento ink with the alcohol-based markers. If you're going to do watercoloring, you want to use StazOn ink because it stays on. So I have an assortment of blends here. Let's see. We're going to do our toucan in, this is light smoky slate. And you guys know I like to use my blends. I'm a blender kind of girl. And then I'm using the dark smoky slate. I'm not going to do much shading on these. I'm actually coloring bad. I'm going out of the lines because I'm trying to do them in a hurry. So you kind of do a little shading along there and blend it in. Blend that color in. All right, so I used pumpkin pie on the front of the beak. I went with the dark colors. You could go with the lighter. I did Poppy Parade. And we are going to use Daffodil Delight. And then I did the inside of his mouth in Poppy Parade. Dang, I'm doing pretty bad here. It's not like me to be coloring out of all the lines. Although I do have the camera right above my head. So I don't know if you've been following all my projects on my blog. I have had, I've colored the toucan in so many different colors. I've colored in the sloth. So I'm gonna go over with some dark pecan pie. And then we'll color him in with light. But yeah, I've colored them all in different colors. You know, I used, I think, Azure Afternoon, the green. I want to say Pretty Peacock, but not Pretty Peacock. Parakeet Party. That's what I want to say. All on the toucan. And then I've actually colored the sloth in with crumb cake instead of this pecan pie. I'm going to do his face dark. And believe it or not, he'll still stand out. I kind of thought it might be too dark at first. And then let's just add a little bit of shading here. Do you guys love using blends? I do. I am a blend kind of girl. got a darn runny nose for some reason, and I forgot to get his little claws with the dark. And our lemur, he's gonna be with smoky slate. So I'm gonna do his tail in the dark, which I don't believe that's what I did on mine. I think I just messed that up. It's kind of hard when these colors are dark and then they're, you know, just a wee bit dark. All right, let's try and see if I could fix that with the light. My squeaky pins, I hope that's not bothering you. Like I said, I love to blend, so I use my blends quite a bit. I know I've mentioned it before where I use my Daffodil Delight so much that I constantly am replacing them. That's how much I use them. Okay, this shading. Let's go around his face a little. We can't have the body shaded and not the face. And I probably should have done a little bit more at the top of the head. And there's our lemur. Okay, so thank goodness there's a die for each of these. So I'll get my cut and emboss machine again. And let's see how well I can cut all three out. I think as long as I use my tape will be good. They won't move. I need to replace my dies. I mean, not my dies, my plates. I use them so much that they get warped. You know, after so long. Wow, these all just popped on there and they didn't fight me. Normally when I have more than one die, I'm fighting with them because they want to move. Okay. So I know we're already into February and I'm still making a calendar. But like I said, I had so much fun with this set designing projects that I was like, oh, I need a calendar and a Post-it note. I take so many notes on my desk. Usually I use Post-its when I'm writing the instructions to my tutorials. So we're just gonna hang him or her right there. We're gonna put our little lemur. I'm sorry, the sun's starting to shine in here. We're finally warming up. Actually, I should have put the dimensionals on the thing first, because now his head's gonna hit, but that's okay. It's only gonna be once a month when you change it. Here, I might as well take January off because we're already in February. And like I said, it doesn't matter that he's hanging over the side here because it's not going in an envelope. And we're gonna put our little toucan onto the branch or the vine. And now all we have to do, so it's up to you. You can add your glue to the bottom of your card, or you can add glue here, but there's gonna be a little bit of a border on each side. So, just like so. And you can always add more glue by pulling this back if needed. But see, there's our little easel. And then now all we have to do is, I bent his tail, is add our little Post-it. I was going to try and design it to where you could hold a pin too, but I was like, my pin wouldn't stay on here very long because I use it. Maybe you could make one with a pin. But there's our project. I didn't add no, is that crooked? It looks crooked. And I probably can't move it. Oh well, it's stuck there. But, you know, you can always put a pin right in there if you want. But here's our two projects. Actually, this one with the Cajun craze don't look bad because it has the pad that matches. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I will have another project for you next week using a new celebration item. You guys take care and have a good week. Bye-bye.